There comes a moment in every woman's life when the noise finally fades, the excuses lose their power, and you have to look yourself in the eyes. If you feel lost, broken, or left behind, listen closely. You are not lost because life was unfair or because people let you down. You feel lost because somewhere along the way you traded your own sovereignty for approval. You spent so much energy pouring into everyone else that you left your own tank empty. The world doesn't reward endless people-pleasing. It respects self-ownership. Being behind is not your identity. Feeling exhausted is not your permanent state. Your real problem is that you've mistaken a hard chapter for your whole story. From this moment on, stop identifying with what broke you and start becoming the architect of who you are building next. Comment below. I reclaim my sovereignty. Let's make this our foundation. Reinvention requires destruction. The version of you that collapsed had to break because she was built on weak foundations. She cared too much about being liked. She tolerated disrespect just to keep the peace. She apologized for having boundaries, and she waited for someone else to validate her worth. You cannot rebuild a stronger, high-value identity while protecting the very habits and toxic dynamics that ruined your peace. Stop begging life to be gentle and start building standards that are unshakable. When your world feels like it's falling apart, life isn't destroying you. It's clearing out everything you were too comfortable to remove yourself. Stop explaining your pain. Extract the lesson, adjust your strategy, and elevate. A woman who cannot govern her emotions will always be governed by the people who trigger them. When you react to every insult, every passive-aggressive comment, or every silent treatment, you hand over your personal power on a silver platter. Dark psychology dictates that you can only be manipulated from the outside if you are unanchored on the inside. From today, you do not react, you observe. You do not over-explain, you execute. You do not chase validation, you reposition yourself. Not every thought in your head is a fact. Not every fear deserves an audience. Rebuilding your mind means treating your attention like currency. Don't spend it on cheap drama, social comparison, or people who only know how to consume your light. You cannot grow inside an environment designed to keep you small. Look around you with clear, strategic eyes. Who drains your spirit? Who only reaches out when they need an emotional rescue or a favor? Who gets uncomfortable when you start standing up for yourself? A high-value woman knows how to protect her court. Your energy is your kingdom, and every kingdom needs borders. Stop giving open access to people who treat your presence like an option. You don't need to make a loud scene or post a dramatic announcement. Simply withdraw your availability. Let people discover your absence after they've already lost their influence over you. Distance is not cruelty, it is self-preservation. Impatience is the mark of an untrained mind. Rushing to prove that you're doing well to people who don't care about you is a trap. True transformation is silent. It is built in private habits, waking up on time, honoring your word to yourself, moving your body, saving your money, and curating your mind. Seeds don't show their power while they are underground. Steel isn't forged without heat. Stop demanding instant applause for work that requires quiet discipline. Let others talk. Let them assume you fell off. Your silence isn't emptiness. It's construction. At some point, you have to stop visiting your past like it still holds a deed to your life. The woman who begged for crumbs is gone. The woman who doubted her intuition is gone. You don't need permission to rise, and you don't need revenge to prove you survived. Your elevation will be your answer. Your calm will be your boundary. Your consistency will be your strength. Stand tall, Fix your standards, align your focus, and walk into your next season like the queen you were born to be. If this message resonated with your spirit, hit the like button, subscribe to be more, and drop a comment below telling me, I am the woman I was waiting for.